Commodification means that something is taken to be traded or consumed for profit. In other words, it becomes a commodity. This happened on a large scale when Europeans arrived in what would become the United States in the early to mid 17th century. Falling into the field of environmental history, studying the consumption of resources includes a variety of topics including slavery, the commodification of animals, soil, the timber industry, energy resources, water resources, maritime trade, just to name a few. Studying the commodification of humans certainly comes with challenges. We are fortunate to have a number of first-hand accounts online that shed light on the institution, including the narrative of the life of Frederick Douglass and Solomon Northrup's 12 Years a Slave. Examining the contributions of slaves to the growth of the early American economy has become a major focus of some historians over the last few decades. Europeans and European Americans hunted beavers to such a large extent the species was almost endangered at one time. Killing off North America's engineers had major consequences for the environment. Efforts to hunt buffalo on the Great Plains, especially after the Civil War, is another popular topic related to animal commodification. Overexploitation of soil is obviously an important topic. For example, the advent of the cotton gin led to the South becoming much more dependent on the crop. It's also tied to a greater dependence on slaves and caused soil exhaustion due to the lack of crop rotation. The development of the timber industry is another great example. Deforestation in New England in the 17th and early 18th centuries had major consequences for the environment. Some who pursue this area of research also focus on deforestation in the Appalachian Mountains. It comes later as the country began to expand further westward. The commodification of energy resources is a very important topic. To make it historical, many will actually focus on places like Kentucky and West Virginia because coal became such a main driver of the economy in both of those areas. A great topic to research regarding the commodification of water was the decision to dam Hetch Hetchy. If you've never heard of it, a simple Google search will show you how the debate to dam the sister valley of Yosemite pitted conservationists against preservationists. It is an example of how in the West many reclamation projects took place to bring water to cities. In the East, drainage efforts often removed water from farmland. Maritime trade covers a wide variety of topics. For example, as cotton became the dominant crop in the South, much of it traveled from the port of New Orleans, Mobile, or Charleston to textile mills in Europe aboard hundreds of large American sailing ships. Some who focus on maritime issues also choose to examine hunting on the sea, like the commodification of whales, because it was such a major maritime industry. That is, of course, until the process was invented to refine crude oil into kerosene. As we progress into the 21st century, it is important to recognize how the use of resources requires context. And these are just a sample of topics that environmental historians explore to help people gain a better understanding of how the use of nature in the past has led us to where we are today.